Hi, welcome to LiveTutelage. In this session, we'll be discussing something called Java methods, right? Methods, or we can even call in the C other languages as functions. Okay, but here we call this as a methods. Now, going further, what exactly the method is useful? The methods are useful for reusability of my instructions or my code. Okay, if I have some set of 5 instructions that I want to repeat it again and again, so I need not write all the 5 instructions again and again. So for example here, so this is my main method. This is a class. So I just have created a class and this is the main method. So we have already discussed what for this public, static and void and why for the main, okay, from our previous session. Now this is a simple main method, it's a simple class. Now here I am just displaying something called some text. So to display some text, what I have to do is, you have to type system dot out dot println, right? Println. Say for example, I have some text called welcome. Okay, right. So this is a simple text. Now for example, now this is my text. Now I want to repeat this text. Now let us see when we run this what happens. So just when I run this, so you can find the text here which is welcome. For example, I want to repeat this like 10 times. So what do I have to do is, I need to type the entire thing for 10 times, right? So this is for first time, second time, third time, and this is for fourth time. And for example, let us say I just want to display my text like this many times. So what do I have to do? I have to write the same set of code. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And when I run this, just run as and just say, okay, now you can find this 6 times, 1, 2. So you can find it in our console. So if you just scroll up and scroll down your console, you can find all 6 times your text is displayed here, right? All 6 times the text is displayed. So you can find it here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So you can find the 6 times the text is displayed. But what if suppose I want to have, if this is a single text, I have just written it for 6 times. But what if suppose I want a set of blocks, set of instructions. So 10 lines of code should be repeated again and again. So to overcome that, if I keep writing the entire 10 lines of code 5 times or 15 times, what happens? My length of the program will be increased. That is the first thing. Because of that, for compilation and for running and for executing of my program, it will take much time, right? So, and it is not also a good readable form. So to overcome that, what I am doing is, I am just displaying, I'm just closing, or I'm just deleting the entire thing. And I'm going to write a method. I'm just going to write a method. So the method declaration, the syntax for a method will be public, should be in a small letters, public, static, void. Void is nothing but which is not returning any value, right? So this is a method. So this is a method, should be open and closed brace. Always remember, any method, this is a user defined name, DASPLAY, right? Display. This is a user defined name. This we call as a method. Any keyword followed with open and closed brace, we call that as a method. We call this as a function. Okay. Now before the function, I have given void. That means this function is not returning any value to your main. It is not passing any value to the main. So that is why we are using void. And public means it can be accessible even outside of my class. So this is my class. Whatever that I have written in the class that can be accessible from outside. So that we will discuss when we are discussing of access specifiers. We have three types: public, private and protected in the later part. So you just don't worry about public static and just concentrate only on the method. So how to define a method? If you doesn't want to return any value, just give void and just this is a name of the class, name of the method. Now see here. Now I am writing it in Java: public static void display. Now I have two braces here. So whatever that you will write it, right? Whatever that you will write in between these two braces, that is belongs to the class, that is belongs to the method display. That is belongs to the method display. Now here I am just trying to print this text. So I have written this text here, and this is a way of displaying, this is a way of defining or declaring a method. So how you have to define a method? Method name followed with open and closed brackets and preceded with void is a keyword, public static void, and open and closed brace, and whatever the instructions you want to give, you can give it. Now how I can call this? If I want to use this, you need to call it, and where you have to call it? Only in the main. You can call the function only in the main. So how you can call it? Just give the function name, open and closed brace, and end with a semicolon. So now you just run this program, what happens, and we will see. So when I just run this, you can find a text welcome. See here. Now if I want to print the same text for 6 times, I am just calling the function display for 4 times, 6 times, or how many times I want it. So this is something better than the previous system.out.println statements, right? This is somehow readable. So when I see here, when I run this, you can observe in the console, see. So the welcome is displayed how many times? This is the first time. You can observe the cursor here. This is the second time, third time, fourth time, and 4 times. Okay, and 5 times and 6 times. Okay, so this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times you called, and 6 times you have displayed the output. So this is how you can define a method, and you can even call the method. Okay, so this is a simple definition for defining a method and calling the method from the main function. Okay, now we'll see how to pass the parameters here. How we can pass the parameters here, and how I can pass the values from the main. From the main, if you want to pass some value and you want to use that in this display method. So we have seen whatever that we have done in the display method, we could able to just call it in our main method. Now we can see the reverse. So whatever that values I am passing through my main method should be useful or should be used in the display method. Okay, that is something called parameter passing. Okay, so that part we'll discuss in the next session, and this part is only for defining the method and calling of a method. Thank you.